friends, welcome back to PrettyPlanit. My name is Tara for those of you that are new, and for those of you that are returning, I do appreciate you guys for coming back. We are here, you guys, for another study for Women in the Word Wednesday. I do apologize if you guys are seeing this video later than normal. There's been a lot going on, but I am thankful that I'm here now to get it out to you guys, and we will just get started. For those of you that are new, this is my HCSB Women's Study Bible that we use to also get some information for the women that we're studying. This is the journal that I have chosen to use to keep track of the women, and I just put these stickers on here. It's gold foil stickers that say Women in the Word. And then we're also getting our information from this book here. It is Women of the Bible. This is from the Daily Grace Co. And we will just get started. I do pray that you guys are doing well. I'm doing good, no complaints. It is just a lot going on, but that's okay. That is okay. Everything is well. So we are going to get started, you guys, with a recap from last week. We studied Jael, and her title was An Artful Assassin. And my thoughts on Jael says, the story of Jael once again shows us how God uses people, a woman in parentheses, to achieve his plan. I believe Jael had a strong and solid relationship with God because though her actions were seemingly violent, it showed that she acted in faith and obedience. She was bold and brave. She trusted God to strengthen her to carry out this mission, and with his help and guidance, she was successful in bringing victory to the Israelites. And I wrote here, wow, she was definitely an artful assassin. And so you guys know every week I choose one of your comments to also share over here. And today our comment is coming from Heidi Eva Jones 1015. And her comment says, Jael's name sounds like the Hebrew word for mountain goat. Her name symbolizes agility, bravery, and independence. In order for her to stop the Canaanite forces, she showed agility by driving the peg through Sisera's head, bravery by lulling him to sleep, and independence in that she did it alone, quite sure with God's help. Her courageous deed was the beginning of the end of the Canaanite reign over Israel. I totally agree with this. Thank you so much, Heidi Eva Jones. I do appreciate you engaging over here and sharing your comment. All right, you guys. So this week we are studying Rachel, and this is what I have put together for Rachel. And I'm just going to put my ribbon here, and we'll get the Daily Grace Code book and read some things about Rachel. I have her marked here. It says she is located in Scripture, Genesis 29 through 31. The date of her story is 1906 BC. Locations lived is Haran, Canaan. Okay. It was a typical day, just like any other. Rachel, a shepherdess, was on her way to water her sheep. But while at the well, Rachel had an encounter that would change her life forever. Jacob, a distant relative and Rachel's future husband, was waiting at the well. He was on the run from his brother and wanted to stay with her father, Laban. After meeting Rachel, Jacob fell in love. Rachel was beautiful and Jacob wanted to marry her, but he had no dowry. So Jacob promised to work for Rachel's father for 7 years in order to earn her hand in marriage. But on the wedding day, Laban played a trick on Jacob. After hosting a large wedding feast, Laban gave Jacob her older sister Leah to marry instead. Under the veil of darkness, Jacob consummated the marriage to Leah, but when he found out the next morning about the deception, he was furious. Even so, Jacob longed to marry Rachel so badly that he committed to work for another 7 years so that he could marry her too. For 14 years, Jacob worked in order to earn Rachel's hand in marriage. But to Jacob, these years seemed like only a few days because of his love for her. That's in Genesis 29 and 20. While the love story between Jacob and Rachel captures our hearts, Rachel's story is also quite complex. Rachel experienced manipulations by her father, a rivalry with her sister, and trouble getting pregnant. She even became so desperate for children that she gave her husband her servant to sleep with. That's in Genesis 30 and 3. She was not perfect, Genesis 31 and 34. But God had great mercy on her, allowing her sons to form part of the 12 tribes of Israel and play a major role in God's redemptive story for his people. Many years later, another groom would also come for the redemption of his bride. Jesus left the perfection of heaven to come to earth and pursue his bride, which is the church. He endured hardships, betrayals, and beatings. Yet he spent his life teaching, pursuing, and loving those around him. And he paid the greatest price, dying on the cross in order to set his bride free from sin and darkness. Rachel's story reminds us of God's extravagant love for women, displayed through Jacob's love for his wife. God came not only to redeem men and women, but also to forgive them for their sins. And amazingly, the love story between Jacob and Rachel is only a minuscule foreshadowing of God's love for us. Because God has loved us, we can joyfully follow our beloved wherever he leads us, knowing that he will take care of us. His love will never fail. And our notable quotable here says, the love story between Jacob and Rachel is only a minuscule foreshadowing of God's love for us. I love this, you guys. It is a beautiful story. Okay, let's go ahead and highlight some key points here. I'm going to get my yellow twistable crayon as usual. And we can highlight that Rachel was a shepherdess. We can note that she was beautiful. We can also note that Jacob promised to work for Rachel's father for 7 years in order to earn her hand in marriage. We can note that on their wedding day, Laban played a trick on Jacob so that he would marry her sister Leah instead. We'll sum this up to you guys. We can note that Jacob worked for 14 years to earn Rachel's hand in marriage. And we can also note that Rachel experienced manipulations by her father, a rivalry with her sister, and trouble getting pregnant. And she gave her husband her servant to sleep with. Okay, I think that's good enough. And then we'll see what the Women's Study Bible has to say as well. And it's probably going to be similar. I do have the page marked here. You guys know I use my beautiful bookmark. One of my subscribers gifted me. Okay, so it says, her title, A Beloved Wife. Her background says she was the beautiful daughter of Rebekah's brother Laban, living in Haran. She married Jacob after he was deceived into marrying her older sister Leah. She was the mother of Joseph and Benjamin. Her story, Rachel was infertile while Leah conceived easily, resulting in jealousy and resentment between the sisters. She stole her father's household idols, perhaps in order to claim a family inheritance or as a part of superstitious worship. She gave birth to Joseph, favored son of Jacob. She died while giving birth to Benjamin, Now, we did not know that. I did not know that. Life lessons, unfulfilled dreams, and expectations often result in bitterness and anger. Physical attractiveness does not necessarily result in contentment. Wow. All right, you guys, I want to read more about Rachel. I did not know she died giving birth to her other son. That's very interesting. Okay, you guys, because this is multiple chapters, I am going to encourage you to read it on your own. I will also read this, and then we can have a discussion in the comments. It is, again, Genesis 29 through 31, and we're going to definitely take some points from the study Bible as well. So let's get a Moxie dot for our bullet points. I think I want a pinkish color. Let's go with this one. Sorry about all the noise, you guys. Okay, here's our dilemma to try to fit everything in frame. Okay. We're not gonna fit it all in frame, but that's okay. We are going to write here that she was a beloved wife. Okay. And I'm gonna just use this ink pen to write out our points. So we know she was a shepherdess. We'll just put that here. Oops. That needs to dry. Okay. It says a shepherdess. Okay. And she was beautiful. And we'll note that she was the daughter of Laban. Okay. We will note, just as the Bible said, she married Jacob after he was deceived into marrying her older sister Leah. She married Jacob. Oh, let's just note first that Jacob worked for Laban for a total of 14 years to earn Rachel's hand in marriage. Okay. She married Jacob after he was deceived into marrying her older sister Leah. She was infertile, but then she became the mother of Joseph and Benjamin. We can just add that here to this line. Okay. We can note here that she died while giving birth to Benjamin. And then there was something in this book as well. She gave her husband her servant to sleep with. We can just add that here. Even though this would be the last one, let's just go ahead and note this one as well. And I'm going to note while she was infertile. Okay. And I think that should be it for this. And then we'll get our notable quotable here that says, the love story between Jacob and Rachel. It's only a minuscule foreshadowing. Of God's love for us. Okay. I think that is some good points that we have. Let's see. We have Rachel was a shepherdess. She was beautiful, the daughter of Laban. Jacob worked for Laban 14 years to earn Rachel's hand in marriage. She married Jacob after he was deceived into marrying her older sister Leah. She was infertile, but then became the mother of Joseph and Benjamin. She gave her husband to her servant to sleep with while she was infertile, and she died while giving birth to Benjamin. I know they're a little bit out of order towards the end, but that's okay. And then our notable quotable says, the love story between Jacob and Rachel is only a minuscule foreshadowing of God's love for us. Wow. You guys know I'll write my thoughts over here and share them next week. And we're going to now, wait a minute, what are we going to do now? We are going to cross off Rachel on our list. Wait a minute. Yes, we're going to cross off Rachel on the list. And she is here. So let's go ahead and shade this in. And I think she was on our bingo board too, you guys. Wasn't she? Yes, she's right here. So we're shading that in today. We are getting close. Cool. All right. And we are going to pull our name for next week. I know I'm not going to shuffle them up. I'm just going to mix them around and then pull one. And let's hope, I don't want to say it, you guys, but you know what I'm hoping for. All right. See if I can get one, just one. Let's see who we have, you guys. Mary Magdalene. So let's see if she is on our bingo board. This one just says Mary. Mary Magdalene will say Mary Magdalene. Let's see. I don't see her yet. No, you guys, she's not on our bingo board, but that is okay. That's okay. Once we get bingo, we're going to start another game. So let's find her in the book here. Mary Magdalene. Let's see, where is she? She's on page 156. Here she is. That is our image of Mary Magdalene for next week. Super cute. I love this. I love that. It looks like she's kneeling. So we'll mark that page here, and I will put her here in the journal for next week. And we are all set, you guys. We are all set for next week. Of course, I'll decorate my pages, and I may come back and do that with you guys as well. But I do appreciate each and every one of you for being here with me. Let me know if this is helpful to you, if you're enjoying Women of the Word. I do appreciate your comments and engagement. Remember to also leave your comments about Rachel, because I will pick one for next week to share. And you guys, if you're new and you're enjoying what we're doing over here, please feel free to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Give your girl a thumbs up. I'd love to have you join the family. And Lord willing, I will see you guys back here on Friday for Faith Filled Friday. Remember to keep praying, keep planning, and make it pretty.